I've caught you. I've
You
caught
caught
you,
me.
Joel. You've talked
You
yourself
have.
into a trap on
Oh
Teoscar
no.
Hernandez.
So you've got me. Let's say you've got me there.
I got you there. Look at
You
us.
got
Look
me
at
there.
us. We're arguing and we're coming to middle grounds. Patreon.com/the Walk Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there. Okay. Last thing I want to touch on with Chad Green here. Again, positive takeaway for me on this, if I can expand on this outside of Chad Green, is the creative roster or the creative contract with the options.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think this is how a contract with Vladdy looks or with Bo looks,
Ooh,
but what I do like is that this is undeniable proof that the front office is trying to think outside the box.
I like that.
So if
I'll
there's a
go there with
silver
you.
lining we can take away, it is that they're at least, maybe it's not Ross Atkins, maybe he's got a guy underneath him who's the creative contract guy,
Yeah.
but we've got someone in-house who is willing to go, hey, here's an option. Here's, like 4 options in one contract where one team turns down, the other one can enact it. And then if you don't, there's another step the following. Like, this is a complicated contract. And that might be what it takes to get a Bo or
I'm
Vladdy
down.
locked up, where it's like, hey, let's give you some security short term, but we're going to need something back in the long term. If you turn it down, this gets enacted. Like, a lot of moving parts to this pretty simple, like what should have been a simple contract for Chad Green. So
Yeah.
if they're able to do it, I'm very optimistic that they're at least willing and capable to think outside the box to get something done. And I think that is a positive step in the right direction to locking up either of them long term.
Sure. I've been like hyper negative on them with Bo, Vladdy, and Manoah, right? But like to me, like if you look at it as a hockey standpoint, that restricted free agent contract that you get after about 3 years of having that like young talented player, and you're doing that bridge contract, right? Like if we can't lock up Manoah, Vladdy, Bo because they want to hit free agency before 29, right? If you hit it before 20, if you hit it 28, 29, you're able to go for 12 years. You're able to,
Right.
nibble at 300,
Mm-hmm.
in Vladdy's case, 400. And I feel like if we do some sort of like a deal with Bo or Vladdy where we're occupying those final arbitration years, we're paying them good money there, and we're paying them 5 years with opt-outs at 28, 29. You give them the control. You want to stay
Mm-hmm.
here, the money is there on the table. Like Arenado is a good example of a guy who
Right.
took the
He
remaining
opted in.
years
He
on his
opted
yeah,
in, took
exactly,
less
right.
money in his bank account, but
Did not need to do that, but at the end of the day, he loved St. Louis. He knew where he had come from. He didn't want to risk going to another franchise and not having that sensation of
mm-hmm.
the team being, completely behind him. So if we're doing those type of deals, like, because I'm going to be really heartbroken if we see them walk away in 2026, right? Like
Yeah.
if that happens, that's heartbreaking. But if you get me 2 or 3 more years with the potential of more, then those kind of bridge contracts or with some options on the back end, opt-outs, those are interesting. And I like that idea a lot. And like you said, they just proved that those moves are in their back pocket. So
It's very cool. It's cool to see a skill, and this is the new creative accounting that is the new wave of baseball, right? So it is something to be optimistic about.
yeah.
All right, let's pivot then from there.